The science behind rice and diabetes. Is rice sabotaging your blood sugar levels? Most people see it as a harmless staple, but the truth might surprise you. While it's a comfort food for billions, rice could be quietly impacting your health, especially if you're managing diabetes. Here's the kicker. It's not just about cutting it out, there's a science to eating it smartly. Imagine enjoying your favorite dishes without guilt, knowing you're in control of your blood sugar. Sounds too good to be true? It's not. The answer lies in understanding how rice interacts with your body and the strategies that make it work for you, not against you. Stick around, and you'll uncover practical tips that could redefine your relationship with this beloved grain. What is diabetes? Diabetes is a condition that's far more common than people often realize, but understanding it doesn't have to feel overwhelming. There are two main types, type 1 and type 2. Type 1. Diabetes occurs when the body's immune system mistakenly attacks insulin-producing cells, leaving individuals reliant on insulin injections. It often shows up in childhood but can happen later in life too. Type 2. Diabetes, on the other hand, is largely a lifestyle-related condition, where the body either resists insulin or doesn't produce enough of it. This type is more common, but both demand serious attention and care. Ever heard of someone managing diabetes with a mix of a proper diet to lower A1C and exercise? That's one way people combat this condition head-on. Living with diabetes means keeping an eye out for symptoms that can often go unnoticed. Classic signs include frequent urination, unquenchable thirst, and even unexplained weight loss. Some people may feel tired all the time, or their wounds might take longer to heal. Subtle clues that something is off. If these symptoms sound familiar, it's worth exploring the foods you eat. Believe it or not, foods that lower your blood sugar, like leafy greens or berries, can play a big role in managing these symptoms. Have you ever swapped a sugary snack for a handful of nuts? It's one small change that can make a world of difference. Blood sugar plays the starring role in diabetes, almost like the plot twist in a good movie. When you eat, your body breaks down food into glucose, fueling your cells. Insulin acts like the key that unlocks the door to these cells. But in diabetes, this process goes haywire. Either the key is missing or the lock is jammed. That's why managing blood sugar is non-negotiable. Think of it this way. A steady stream of energy beats a roller coaster ride of spikes and crashes any day. Incorporating superfoods for diabetes, such as avocados and chia seeds, into your meals could be a game changer for keeping things balanced. You might wonder, what's the deal with food and blood sugar anyway? Well, certain choices make all the difference. For example, foods that lower blood sugar, like whole grains and beans, help maintain a steady glucose level. The trick is to pick options that fuel your body without causing dramatic spikes. Have you tried pairing protein with carbs for more stable energy? It's like a steady ship cutting through rough waters, smooth and reliable. Learning to eat intentionally can transform how you feel daily. If understanding diabetes feels like a lot to digest, you're not alone. It's a journey, one step at a time. The good news is that knowledge is power. Once you grasp how your body handles blood sugar, you can make better choices, whether it's choosing supplements for blood sugar control or crafting a meal plan featuring foods to reduce blood sugar. Speaking of which, did you know certain rice varieties can have wildly different effects on your glucose levels? Let's dive into that next. Rice and blood sugar spikes. Rice is a staple food for millions worldwide, but it's not as innocent as it seems when it comes to blood sugar. The glycemic index, GI, which measures how quickly foods raise blood glucose, is where rice often stumbles. Foods with a high GI, like white rice, can cause sharp spikes in blood sugar levels, making it a challenge for those managing diabetes. On the other hand, low GI foods, like quinoa or certain types of rice, offer a steadier release of energy. Have you ever thought about mixing your rice with lentils or veggies? It's a simple trick to lower the GI impact of your meal, while keeping it delicious. Not all rice is created equal. Jasmine rice and sticky rice, for example, rank higher on the GI scale, while brown rice and wild rice sit comfortably lower. This difference matters, especially for those aiming to eat foods that lower blood sugar. Choosing brown rice over white rice introduces more fiber and nutrients, which can help slow down glucose absorption. Imagine enjoying a bowl of stir-fried veggies over brown rice. It's satisfying and won't send your blood sugar on a wild roller coaster ride. The comparison between white rice and brown rice is like night and day when we dig into the details. White rice is stripped of its bran and germ, leaving only the starchy core, which digests quickly and raises blood sugar. Brown rice, on the other hand, retains its fiber-rich outer layers, making it a better choice for those on a diet to lower A1C. Think of it this way. Swapping white rice for brown is like upgrading from a sugary cereal to hearty oatmeal. It's a small change with big benefits, but here's where it gets tricky. Rice alone isn't the villain. It's the quantity and what you pair it with that makes all the difference. A heaping plate of white rice can certainly wreak havoc on blood sugar, but a smaller portion paired with proteins like chicken or tofu can work just fine. Why not try a veggie-packed Buddha bowl with a modest serving of brown rice? It's a flavorful way to incorporate foods to control blood sugar while still enjoying your favorite dishes. Now let's not throw rice out of the pantry just yet. The key lies in understanding its role in your diet and making smart swaps. You don't have to give it up entirely, but knowing how to balance it can transform the way your body responds to meals. And speaking of balance, how does rice consumption relate to the risk of developing diabetes? There's some fascinating research ahead. Rice consumption and diabetes risk. Rice has been a subject of heated debate in the world of nutrition, particularly when it comes to its connection with diabetes. Some studies suggest a link between high rice consumption, especially white rice, and an increased risk of developing type 2 diabetes. This connection often stems from white rice's high glycemic index, which can lead to frequent blood sugar spikes over time. However, it's not all doom and gloom. Correlation doesn't mean causation, and other factors like overall diet, lifestyle, and genetics play a crucial role. Imagine someone eating heaps of white rice alongside sugary drinks daily. Clearly, the rice isn't the only culprit. What's fascinating is how studies have tried to untangle this relationship. In populations where rice is a staple, such as in Asia, diabetes rates vary widely. This suggests that while rice consumption might play a role, it's rarely the sole factor. A balanced diet that includes foods that lower your blood sugar, like leafy greens or lean proteins, can mitigate the potential risks of high rice intake. For instance, pairing rice with a protein-packed curry or stir-fried vegetables could offset its impact on blood sugar levels. It's all about creating harmony on your plate. The idea that rice alone causes diabetes oversimplifies a much more complex issue. Lifestyle habits, including physical activity and meal portion sizes, often determine how the body handles blood sugar. Consider someone who enjoys moderate servings of rice but exercises regularly and eats superfoods for diabetes like berries or avocados. Their risk might look very different from someone sedentary with a high-carb, low-nutrient diet. It's a reminder that moderation and balance are always the heroes of any nutrition story. For those who love rice but worry about its impact, moderation is key. It's not about avoiding rice altogether, but being mindful of how much you consume and what you pair it with. A meal plan featuring foods to control blood sugar, such as lentils, spinach, and lean meats, can include rice in smaller portions without spiking your risk. Try replacing half your rice with cauliflower rice or quinoa for a creative twist. It's a delicious way to lighten the glycemic load. This brings us to the golden rule. Rice isn't inherently bad, but how you incorporate it into your diet makes all the difference. Balancing rice with fiber-rich foods, proteins, and healthy fats is a simple but effective strategy. Now let's dive into how you can manage diabetes and still enjoy rice, proving that smart choices can satisfy both your taste buds and health goals. Tips for managing diabetes and enjoying rice. Managing diabetes doesn't mean giving up on rice. It just calls for a smarter approach. One of the best strategies is to choose whole grains over refined ones. Brown rice, wild rice, and even quinoa are excellent options with lower glycemic indices, making them kinder to your blood sugar. These grains retain their fiber, vitamins, and minerals, slowing down digestion and glucose absorption. Have you tried swapping half your white rice for brown in a stir-fry? It's an easy way to start transitioning without losing the comfort of your favorite dishes. Moderation is the magic word when it comes to rice. It's not about piling your plate high, but rather portioning it sensibly. For instance, a serving size of about 1/3 of a cup of cooked rice can complement your meal without overwhelming your blood sugar. Pair it with foods to control blood sugar, like grilled salmon or roasted vegetables, to keep your plate balanced. Small tweaks like these can make a big difference over time. Plus, it's easier to stick to something sustainable than drastic eliminations. Incorporating rice in a diabetes-friendly way also involves mixing it with nutrient-dense foods. Think Buddha bowls loaded with spinach, avocado, and a sprinkle of nuts over a modest portion of brown rice. These combinations not only taste incredible, but also slow glucose absorption, helping you maintain stable energy levels. Adding a protein source, like boiled eggs or grilled chicken, further enhances the balance. Have you ever considered trying a stuffed bell pepper with a rice and veggie filling? It's both creative and diabetes conscious. Lifestyle changes go hand in hand with dietary adjustments. Regular physical activity is essential for managing blood sugar levels, especially when enjoying carbs like rice. A brisk walk after meals can help prevent glucose spikes, making it easier for your body to process the carbohydrates. Combine this with superfoods for diabetes, like chia seeds or flax seeds, in your daily diet for an extra boost of nutrients and blood sugar support. It's these small yet impactful actions that can transform how you manage diabetes. At the heart of it all is the idea of balance, balancing rice, other carbs, and healthy lifestyle habits. Rice can absolutely fit into a well-rounded diet when approached with intention. But how do we make sense of the conflicting advice out there? That's where professional guidance comes in. Let's talk about why personalized dietary advice is the game changer you need. Final thoughts. Rice, often viewed as a dietary villain for diabetics, doesn't have to be off limits. When consumed thoughtfully, it can remain a part of a healthy and balanced diet. The key lies in understanding its role in your meals and making choices that align with your health goals. For instance, opting for brown rice over white rice not only provides more nutrients, but also contributes to more stable blood sugar levels. Pairing rice with foods that lower your blood sugar, like leafy greens or lean proteins, transforms a potential spike into a balanced, nourishing meal. However, no single food or strategy works for everyone. This is where personalized advice from healthcare professionals comes into play. A registered dietitian or endocrinologist can guide you on how to incorporate rice and other carbs into your meals while keeping your blood sugar in check. They can also recommend supplements for blood sugar control if necessary. Have you ever considered consulting a specialist to create a tailored diet to lower A1C? It's a proactive step toward managing diabetes effectively. Living with diabetes is a balancing act, and rice is just one piece of the puzzle. Combining mindful eating with regular exercise and stress management is crucial. Activities like yoga or a brisk 30-minute walk can complement a meal plan that includes foods to reduce blood sugar. Even small adjustments like eating smaller, more frequent meals or focusing on whole grains can lead to significant improvements in how your body handles glucose. It's all about building habits that stick. While rice can fit into a diabetes-friendly diet, it's important to remember the bigger picture. Balance, moderation, and variety. Incorporating superfoods for diabetes, like berries or avocado, alongside your favorite dishes, ensures you're getting a range of nutrients to support overall health. And let's not forget the importance of hydration and adequate sleep, both of which play subtle yet impactful roles in managing blood sugar. At the end of the day, your journey with diabetes is unique to you. Empowering yourself with knowledge and making informed choices are your strongest tools. Speaking of informed choices, have you ever wondered what makes some diets sustainable while others fail? Let's explore how understanding the science behind foods like rice can deepen your mastery of diabetes management. Now that you've unlocked the science behind rice and diabetes, the next step is entirely up to you. Will you take what you've learned and start making smarter, more balanced choices in your meals? Remember, managing diabetes isn't about deprivation. It's about creating harmony on your plate and in your lifestyle. Imagine the confidence of knowing you can enjoy foods like rice while keeping your blood sugar in check. What's stopping you from taking control today? Ask yourself, what small change can I make right now? Will it be swapping white rice for brown, adding more superfoods for diabetes to your meals, or maybe committing to that post-dinner walk you've been considering? Share your plans in the comments. I'd love to hear how you're turning knowledge into action. And don't forget, this is just the beginning. There's so much more to discover about living healthier and managing diabetes effectively. Subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell, and join a community that's all about empowering you with knowledge and practical solutions. Together, we've got this.